Alrighty. Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kahak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostle, Great Millstone. All right. And, you know, this whole world is out of course, right? I'm going to start there because this is pretty much upside down, man. Okay. Changing in the ordinances and things, right? For Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Who's the inhabitant? The so-called white man, ultimately, who is the wicked, all right, the wicked of the earth. They're the ones that's ruling the earth. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. So that's why everybody's mourning. That's why everything's out of course. It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right, now what is the ordinance? The man being the head of the woman serving the man, and then the children underneath the woman, right? So there's a order. An ordinance goes back in the order, and the scripture says all things have to be done decently and in order. Let me go grab that, which is not really taking place right now. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order. That's right, and it's not okay. So it said they have changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant, which is the laws of Yahweh Shemal Shai, the scriptures. So the scriptures is not being used to govern, you know, life on the planet Earth right now. Only ones that's coming back to that is the elect. Okay, they're rehearsing the righteous acts, and they have the testimony of the Lord. Okay, which is the spirit of prophecy. This is Isaiah chapter 2 and verse um I'm sorry, 3. Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy paths. So a woman, she's not supposed to be leading nobody, okay? She doesn't do the leading at all. The leading part belongs to the man, but that's something that's been taking place here in America, okay? Jeremiah, I believe it's 23, maybe 23, and but it says that the Lord created a new thing in the earth where the woman shall compass a man, right? Yeah, Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. So now you have women in higher positions than men, um, in society, or trying to do what men do, you know what I'm saying? Or having more power over the man in this society, because pretty much you got dudes chasing hoes, hoes just having their way, living in pleasure. Let me go grab that. She that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Because the marriage structure is all about pleasing the woman. That's what they teach, happy wife, happy life, you know what I'm saying? This 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. That's right. Pleasure in what? Having sex with any kind of man, just being a whore. That's what's worshipped and celebrated here. Whoredom. Okay, women running around, um, you know, uh, um, not chase, all right, not closing their legs, all right. You can see that with the culture, or with the hip hop culture, with the whole, um, a lot of these women are sex workers and shit. They have no real skills. A lot of them, their only skills is to, pop that ass and shit like that, right? So, you know, um, a woman, she's not supposed to be all wanton, okay, out here looking for the next best thing, you know because that makes you a whore, you know. And pretty much that's why the scripture says keep your daughter in straitly, because if she go out there and do whatever she want to do, she's gonna abuse herself. And that's what you see. That's why these women, they be having like 30, 40, 150 bodies. They done had sex with all of these kinds of men, which devalues them ultimately. But then at the same time, they'll try to say that they're deserving of, a high paid man with a high paid, with all these good qualities, but they themselves are of no quality. Okay, there's pretty much no quality woman, and even King Solomon, he said, you know, a virtuous woman is precious. She's unheard of. All right, in the book of Proverbs or whatever. So this Sirach chapter 26 and verse um 8, it says a drunken woman in a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. Yeah. See, a woman, she's not supposed to be gadding abroad. Okay. She's supposed to be serving a man. Okay. Okay. Yep. Sirach 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Meaning go wherever she want to go so she can do whatever she want to do. She's supposed to be under a man's subjection. That's part of the ordinance. And that's why the whole earth is messed up and out of course, because you don't have women that listen to men. You have women that saying they don't need a man. They can do whatever they want to do. They can be with as many men as they want, and pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the so-called white man put them in charge over our families, over the children, access to sex, everything, gave them complete power over the whole world, man, pretty much, because he's a straight up cuck. All this equal rights shit is really, this feminist shit is really just putting the woman over the man. That's why now we living in a matriarchal system, which is where the mother is she leads the family. What she says. And a lot of these women, they have a problem with a patriarchal system. As soon as a man makes a financial decision with their money, they have a fit, because they don't actually want to serve a man. They want the man to serve them. That's that matriarchal mindset. You serve me. I'm the head of the household. All right. So just like, if your woman go spend your money, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be accepted though. You know what I'm saying? She take your money and go spend it. That's supposed to be accepted. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I just it's just a couple dollars, and and the man is supposed to be serving the woman. No, the woman is supposed to serve the man, because when you read about it in First Corinthians chapter 11, I'm gonna grab it. It says that the woman was created for the man, not the man for the woman. Sirach 26 and 9, it says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. That's right. So, if she's shameless, if you supposed to keep her in, meaning she ain't got no shame. A lot of these women, they be shaking their ass, throwing their body around, because they don't have no shame. A woman that has shame, she gonna cover herself up. She gonna be like, um, she gonna be humble and coy and shy about, what I mean, what she revealing and shit. But these women, they don't have, they're shameless. So they got it all out. Even if they fat as fuck, they be like super overweight, jelly donut looking disgusting, but they'll still, be out there trying to be seen and shit, man. All in all, man, that's not their use. That's not what they were created for. So let's go all the way back to Genesis and see what the woman was created for. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make an help meet for him. Jump down to verse 21. And the Lord Yahweh caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh thereof, and the rib which the Lord power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of a man. Right? So she come from us. So how could she be over us? First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. And when we talk about submissiveness, when we talk about, women being under a man's subjection, they're not actually down with that. They just say that because it sounds like something good to say. But as for actually applying that and being a righteous, virtuous woman, they could care less to do that. That's why the Lord going straight up destroy them. Okay, so let's go grab some of these scriptures, man. Okay, because what the truth of the matter is this: you women were created to serve us. You to cook the food, clean the house, whatever we tell you to do. Because when you read about it in Genesis, the third chapter says, thy desire that shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right, so we have power over you. You belong. You have sex with that man. All right, a woman that you having sex with, what she was created for in the first fucking place is to do whatever you need her to do. Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. So whatever she want to do is what he wants her to do. Her desires to her husband. Just like in that movie from Coming to America, and he was asking her, what do you like? And she's like, whatever you like. He's like, what type of music you like? She's like, whatever music you like. He's like, anything I say you'll do. Yes. And that's the way that they were created. That's what they were created for. All right. So let's go into First Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, likewise, ye wives, which wife is another word for woman, and it's plural because we can have more than one woman. That's another part. Because the woman is the glory of a man. The glory of a man is his woman. All right. And we're gonna receive our glory back. All right, having multiple women, which is something to be proud of. Not proud of in like, in the sense of like, can't nobody touch me proud, but proud of it's of your own achievements in a way like, that's how we're supposed to be set up. That's what the Lord created us to have. Just like you have different possessions that you own, and you like, oh, this is my gold chain right here, and you love that gold chain or whatever. The woman, she's no different than that. She's a possession of a high value to you. You know what I'm saying? uh Depending on what kind of woman she is, because you could get you a wicked ass woman, and that's of no value. Okay, of a low value, a evil wife. It's a low value. High value woman. Let's talk about that. Which there ain't too many out here. All right. So, anyways, going back, First Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection. That word subjection means to be under the authority of, to your own husbands. That if any obey not the word, they also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives, because they'll see you with your woman. All right, and she's you know under subjection. It's like, man, you know that's got to be the right way. That seems about right, and that'll win people into following Yahweh Shema Shai. They're worshiping the Lord in that way, in that manner. Okay. It says, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, who's adorning, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Yeah, because she's supposed to be, under a man's subjection, number one. Number two, she's not supposed to be outside in the street shaking her ass like a whore. She's supposed to keep her shit closed up, keep her shit nice and chaste. You know what I mean? It says, whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting of hair and wearing of gold or putting on apparel, trying to look good and shit. Because that's all these hoes care about, is trying to look good so that people will see them, so they can get more views, because they love attention, right? It says verse 4, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Most High of great price. Right? The Lord requires women to shut their mouths. All right. The scripture says the woman's supposed to keep silence. All right. There's nothing better than a quiet woman and a mind well instructed. Matter of fact, let me go grab that. Sirach 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. That's right. A woman that doesn't talk, all right, and listens to what the hell you tell her to do. Okay, that's a gift from the Lord. All right, you have women that's like that. All right, but here in America, here in this present day, all right, it's been prevalent to be a whore, to be combative, to be what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much these, well, you got these women, they just be talking mad shit, popping mad and the Lord gonna judge them, man. The Lord gonna put their ass to death for that, man. Okay, trying to think of the scripture where it talks about a man is better dwelling in the wilderness than with a angry and brawling woman. I'd rather dwell with a dragon than to keep house with a wicked ass woman. Okay, this is Sirach 25:16. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband, so she basically changing her face, man. You know, start acting wicked and shit, you know? It says her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is wicked, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, which the portion of a sinner is death. The wages of sin is death. It says, as the climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. So, you know, a woman, she ain't supposed to be talking like that. She's not supposed to be speaking to a man crazy or none of that. And you can hear the way these hoes talk. They have no respect for a man. And they talk crazy. All right. And she's the weaker vessel, man. But the Lord gonna start putting their ass to death. And, you know, in real time, all right, showing them that they are fucking beneath us. All right. So let's go back to First Peter 3 and 5. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women who trusted in the Most High adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. That's right. So you're supposed to be servant, okay? Her job is to serve, okay? She's created to serve us. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, which is respect, as unto the weaker vessel, because you can't be super hard on a bitch, on a woman. She's just a girl, man. You know. So you still gotta have a little bit, like, you can't be completely super duper hard on your. If she's a good woman and she's like, you know, doing what you need her to do or whatever, you're not supposed to be fucking like abusive and shit. You know. That's why the scriptures say, be not a lion in your household," or something along those lines. All right, rule not your house as a lion. But there's nothing wrong with being a little bit strict. Okay, you know, but you gotta have balance. Sirach 4:30, be not as a lion in thy house, and not and nor frantic among thy servants. That's right. So you don't want to abuse, you know, because that's not a good shepherd. That's not a good leader, you know, just being abusive and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you do have to keep things in order as the leader of the house, as the head of the house. And you know, it's her job to serve you. And but in see, in America, they only serving themselves, and then they'll blame the man because they know that he's supposed to be the head of the house. So they'll give him all of the responsibility for if they leave, but they'll take no responsibility to keep the shit together. If it falls apart, it's his fault. If it stays together, it's her fault. She doesn't take any of the accountability for the you know, the things that she does to fuck up the relationship. Never. Okay. That's why these women are wicked as hell. All right. But yeah, they all gonna come and serve us, man. They all gonna be being our slaves, man, being our servants again. All right. These women are, that's what they are. As a matter of fact, the scriptures say, when a man getteth a wife, he beginneth a possession and a help like unto himself. Okay, and that's what we're coming back into, the knowledge of knowing that these women are nothing more than a man's possession. That's what the Lord created them to be. Okay, Sirach 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. That's right. So she's there to be a possession to us. Okay, she's our possession, just like you got a pair of shoes or you got a watch or whatever it is that you have, you know what I mean, is precious to you. You know what I'm saying? She's like that, a possession, a prop. She's my property. That's why it's wicked to go and have sex with another man's wife, because you basically stealing, you tarnishing his goods, basically. You tarnishing his property. Okay, and that's why, the Lord about to put the reset button on all this shit. Okay, we're gonna have all of our women back, and they all gonna be belonging to us only. All right, they're not gonna be tossed through the dating market and getting and having all these different random sexual interactions with men, and then coming to you all fucking um used up and depleted of their femininity, and all their energy. Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And that's what's going to happen. These women are going to come back serving. All right. Because the Lord going to put them through serious judgments where all of this, I don't need a man shit, and all of this shit that they be talking, they're going to shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. They're going to shut the fuck up, and they're going to come back and you know, behave in the way that they were created to behave, which is under our fucking under a man's authority, man. Right now, if you try to declare your masculinity, you know, and put a woman in her proper place, you know, that shit is like illegal, here. That's why we just waiting upon the Lord, man, because the Lord gonna put everything right back in His proper place by bringing these plagues. We talk about destruction, we talk about war, and all of that. A lot of these hoes gonna be changed in seconds. All of that shit that they be talking on these songs and shit, dancing around, playing around, all that shit's gonna be gone in seconds, minutes, mere minutes. That shit is gonna be gone. All right. So,